everybody, and welcome back to Wizard's World Custom Skyblock. And today, I want to talk about a couple things. First thing is, you may notice that the island looks different. Yes, it does, because I had a world corruption after the last episode, and this is pretty much me working my way back up to where we were. Yes, things look a little different, but I did not do anything that we didn't already have, maybe except for this platform. And the mob farm looks a little different because I widened this for one and made this a little wider, and the heads that are up there, oh damn thing stole our sword. Anyhow, basically I just rebuilt what we had. A couple things look a little different. Oh, we got some enchanted leggings. Unbreaking. The armor that I have on is armor that has been dropped by different mobs. And I put everything, ooh, another loot bag, awesome, perfect. I basically only put things back in that we already had. And there's a change. I built a platform down there. I didn't water stay down. I climbed down the ladder and built it off from there. But basically, I only built back what we already had. So, and that platform down there, I built that before the crash and rebuilt it after the crash and changed just a couple things. Nothing that's gonna let me quote unquote cheat anything like that. So without further ado, let's open a couple loot bags here. Staff of traveling, nice. And a lot of the stuff that I got back, I will admit that I got back with the loot bags. Some more iron, nice. Conduit probe, we had some of those before. Oh, a head. Another staff of traveling. Weapon case, we'll open that. And some of this stuff we're going to throw in here, just so we can start building back up where we were. I've already got that record, so I'm going to throw that in there. Staff of traveling, can I put one of those in there? Yeah, I can. We really only need one of these, and we're gonna use that more later. And let's pop up the weapons case. And we got a perfect longsword. Awesome. And Adlington's head. I've just been throwing some heads up there. And I am offline at the moment because my internet at the moment is not working. But it'll be back. I am not too worried about that. Let us go hang up our longsword. There, nice. Eventually I'm going to have a trophy room where all these are going to grow. I've been doing work back at the farm. And these are melon seeds. There's no melon seeds there. We'll put the melon seeds back there. We need a crop. I can harvest that. And hopefully the beans don't cross crop there. Hopefully we get pumpkins. Let's do some more work here at the farm real quick. Put things up where they need to go. Beans need to go there. Those melons are almost done, so let's put one there. Carrots, potatoes. Let's put our wheat up. need that, so I've just basically been using AgriCraft to get a decent farm going, and we don't need a wooden axe, we don't need a sword. Alright, now I've added in the space out here for the trees, so that's all alright. I'm not too worried about that. That's more bread, actually, you know. That bread being cooked there and the toast, so that is all good. Got some rubber from my rubber tree going down. Let's take care of some mob drops here. Let's see, miscellaneous one is I will put the conduit probe in there. And in here is just the rest of the stuff that I had before the crash, like our division sigil. This stuff here, I'm not going to go into today, but I built it before the crash. I also built an alloy smelter. I'm not worried about it at the moment. Tools, etc. We have a division sigil. We had a division sigil. So what that's going to do is that's just going to give us some more iron. We only need one division sigil. And stuff for traveling. We already had one in there, so I'm going to turn that in. Yeah, I didn't think I could do anything with that. Let's see. Nether quartz. The nether quartz, nether wart, things like that I have. Also from loot bags. Let's put that in there. Let's just check and see how this is going. I've just been doing this. Just chucking our extra stuff in there. Autonomous actuator is going good. Got plenty of sand. Plenty of sand. So let's feed that some more sand. I've just been feeding it sand. I don't know. I've been getting a lot of it, so that is what that is. But today we're going to try to make something real quick and try to get it going. It'll help us a little bit. I wanted to make it on camera just because I've been playing here for quite some time off camera because of the crash and trying to get things going. So I want to get back into the system, you know what I mean? Alright. Now, there's two things I want to build. The first thing, auto packager. We're going to need 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 pieces of iron, 5 pieces of redstone, 7 iron, 5, 6, 7. Five pieces of redstone. We need some of that. Some of that. We need 3 of those. I need a piece of gold. Piece of gold. And of course we would need one more piece of wood. For the crafting table. Auto packager. Now, if I'm right, I'm going to need, and eventually here, once I start getting more resources, I could probably do it now. I might do it right now, not on screen anymore. Excuse me, guys. What I want to do is, I think this will help as well. I want to start turning our chests here into like iron chests, gold chests, things like that. And I know the auto packager only takes from one side, and that has to have RF. Did not know that that had to take RF. Well, we can solve that easily enough. Let's see. We'll just make another one of these for the time being. Let's see. Make us a couple basic gears. Furnace. It turns into a 3D furnace, but you can turn it back into a vanilla furnace. I'll put it back in the cap. And I need another piece of iron, another piece of redstone. We need to make one more piston. There's things like that I'll probably wind up making a bunch of. And there's a little wood left, and I have some not left, so that to throw in there. Let's see. Should be able to just put that in like that. And that should be working. And I know it needs to face a certain way, I believe. Is it? Oh, there we go. Okay. Now, it'll take things out of here that can be packaged like that. It'll bundle them up, and it'll throw them in this chest. Which that'll be really handy for when we get the smeltery up and running. because then we can just take things out of here. Oh, excuse me. A yawn and a stretch caught me off guard. Anyhow, when we get the smeltery up and running, which probably be in the next episode, we can just take stuff out of here that's already packaged up for us, and we can just throw it in the smeltery, and presto change. You don't have to worry about doing all this crap manually. So, with this one here, it's out of power. Seems to go through power pretty quickly. Of course, it would be raining. It always rains right before I decide I want to make a video. I want to see something. Oh, it does. Awesome. At least I have a kind of a neat way to dispose of wooden tools that I get from the hauling tools. And so far, that looks like it's doing a pretty darn good job of packaging up all of our stuff. I may have to go and grab another chest. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start the process. And I believe it's just 8 iron ingots around the chest to make an iron chest. I believe. I may be wrong. Oh, I was right. Awesome. I know what we can do. Just do that, and of course our vacuum chest. Separate chest. Every once in a while we'll set up a sapling or two. Let's throw all these goodies back in here. I'm not too worried about sorting them and stuff like that at the moment. It's got power. Let's see. I want 2x2 only. It doesn't seem like it's broken. Maybe it can't feed an iron chest? Oh, yeah, it can. No, it does. It doesn't seem to want to do it with the silver though. Oh well. It does it with everything else. Silver, I don't need silver all that often, so I don't need silver all that often. So silver we can do manually, that's not a big deal. And for some reason, also, vein miner doesn't seem to want to work with the rubber trees. But I have fast leaf decay, so it doesn't really matter. I can do a couple things manually, it's not one of them. Let's get some more of this. Just make sure our Sterling generators are fed. some power going up in there. Get the tree set up. Yeah. Okay. I'll plant an apple for guys. I think that could be effective. And then also over here, oh, the rain stopped. Awesome. Whoops. It's a waste of a leaf. The only thing I haven't made is I haven't made a set of shears yet. I made one pair and they broke, and I was just too lazy to make another pair. But once our leaves run out there, I'll make some more. Not an issue. And you might wonder what this is over here. This is just a copper generator. I have lava here, I have water up here falling down, and just a copper gen. Nothing spectacular. Usually when I have some extra cobblestone, I just throw it into it. Take another stack of our sand. We'll keep this going. I'm going to try to keep this going at all times. And we'll just do that, and that's all set. Let's go kill some more mobs. And if you're wondering what this sword is, I started with a flint sword. And it wasn't doing the job. So I added obsidian. Added obsidian to it. Durability from obsidian. It seemed like obsidian would have a huge durability. But when I added the sword blade, obsidian sword blade, the durability cut in half. Just about. And I didn't like that. So I just went ahead and added a diamond to it to add 500 durability to it. A diamond that we had gotten from doing our sifting. And the obsidian I got from my loot bag. So, but yeah, it's been interesting building back to where we were. So that is what that is, guys. Let's go check our farm one more time. Everything grew how I wanted it. Frankly, surprised me. Here, pretty soon, we will be able to have a food that is different from apples, apple juice, things like that. Beans, I have no idea what the beans can give us yet. But pretty soon we'll be able to have baked potato or munch on a few carrots and maybe even munch on a couple melons or something. But food-wise, we're doing pretty good. And I only have one row of carrots growing, one row of pumpkins, one row of melons, one row of beans. Things like that. I didn't want to basically overpopulate our farm. But speaking of farms, between episodes, as soon as I know which direction I want to go in, I'm thinking maybe expanding the farm out that way, expanding this walkway, filling this in, filling the rest of this into the walkway, expanding our farm that way, because I want to expand our farm to get some more different crops going. First thing I want to try to get is a different crop. I want to get the soybean. You can do so much with the soybeans. But to get the soybeans, you need beans, which is why I crossbred potato and pumpkins. Got the bean seed. But here you need rice. Now, I'm not entirely certain how to get rice other than through AgriCraft. So I'm going to go through AgriCraft to get the rice. To get our soybean, because we need crossbreed beans and rice to get soybean. So to get rice, we need sugarcane and rye. Okay. Get sugarcane is pretty easy. Carrot, seeds. We're going to need sugar canes anyhow. But to get rye, we're also going to need to crossbreed barley and seeds. And to get barley, we need crossbreed seeds and sugarcane. So sugarcane is going to be my next crossbred crop. And that needs to be done over sand. So I'm going to make an area, probably right here in this corner, right here. It's going to be for crossbreeding crops, mutating them, getting new crops, and things like that. That's going to be what that area is going to be for. And the rest of the farms are going to be expanded out that way. I'm going to basically just, every time I need a 9x9 like this, I'm just going to build one going that way and out. And that's what that's going to be. But let's take a look at what we can do with beans. And we can combine 2 beans to get 2 beans, which is awesome, I guess. Not really, but anyhow. Oh, I hit R. Let's see what uses we have. And we can make veggie stir fry, beans and rice, a lot of stuff we don't have yet. We can make stock. We had a pot and a mixing bowl. We can get bean seed. But we don't need bean seeds. I guess you can just eat them too. So we're getting a nice summer, getting a nice stock of food. So we don't have to worry about starving to death. And every so often I'll get one of these Soylent Green, which is funny. Look it up if you don't know what it is. There was a movie about it, and I just remembered that here not too long ago. But yeah, anyhow, I'm not in a hurry to eat that. I'm saving it in case we need it for like an emergency or something. But emergency hunger now doesn't seem like it's going to be a pressing issue. And we'll go and we'll clear out our mob farm one more time. And here pretty soon, I might automate that because we now have the ability, the capabilities of making those vacuum chests. Which I'll make one of those eventually. And we'll work on automating this. At the moment, I'm not in a big hurry to automate it because it's a good place for us to get some experience. So, for the moment, I'm going to leave it as it is. But, I hope you guys like the way I rebuilt the island. And in between episodes, like I said, I'm going to be doing a lot of work. I'm going to be doing some work on the farm. I'm thinking about expanding the tree farm out maybe for another 4 trees. I'd like to get some jungle trees growing, or at least 1, maybe 2 jungle trees. Get some jungle trees going because we have these exotic seeds now. And if you don't know what these exotic trees are, I'll just do this for the moment. Exotic trees give us jungle sapling. And because of our sifting, we're also getting cocoa beans. That'll give us another opportunity for yet another food source, cookies. Yeah, we have toast. We have wheat. We have plenty of food. But, I don't know, I get bored from time to time with just eating the same thing. And I might wait to stock up some of the jungle saplings before I start growing some of them. But I don't know. But I am going to expand the tree farm to have at least another 4 trees. And I might expand this out one way this way. Just because I might expand this entire platform out. Maybe another 12 blocks. Somewhere between 12 and 20 blocks. So we have enough room for more trees, and I'll probably automate my dirt fairly soon. Since we have a good stock of iron, I can build some hoppers and things like that without much of an issue. There's more silent green. And our cutlass leveled up. Awesome. Plus 1 more attack. That was like exactly what our cutlass needed. And yeah, when I restarted, I cheated in an obsidian, I cheated in a flint cutlass. Just because I wanted to, you know. I mean, we lost a diamond hammer, we lost a bunch of stuff. We lost a lot when it crashed. So I decided I wanted a cutlass. You know, yes, it was cheaty and all that, and probably wasn't cool and all that. You guys are right, but, you know, I wanted a cutlass. Iron sword, some more obsidian. See, that's how I made the obsidian blade for my sword, because I got obsidian there. And let's throw some more stuff into here. Doesn't want to take gold stuff for some reason, but it'll take iron just fine. It also takes some other things like that. It takes arrows, takes bone meal. Won't take the bat wool, but it takes rotten flesh. And I haven't been throwing a lot of stuff like that in there. I've just been throwing things like all the extra like pieces of armor and stuff that I've been collecting that we don't need. I've been throwing it in there. So I guess that can count as a monster drop. Mod drop. I'll put it in there. And these are the things that I've collected before. Coal I've been keeping in here. Obsidian I keep in here. But anyhow, guys, I think that'll do it for this episode, and I'm glad you could join me, and I hope this series is something that you can have fun with as much as I am. And until next time, guys, I will catch you on the flip side. Have a good one.